Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Pitch Us. My name is Tim Cooley. I am the author of the Pitch Deck book. I really brought Pitch Us to life because I want to help you guys pitch better. I've seen thousands of pitches, and honestly, I'd say 80% of people who pitch just forget things. And if you're looking for an easy way to get a no, just forget things. And so I really wanted to help people. I'm super excited to have Samir with me today. So Samir, please, with call.com, please share your screen and then pitch us.
Awesome. Hello everyone. My name is Samir Tendulkar. I'm the founder and CEO of Cal.com. I'm a Python full stack developer. I live in Jersey City, New Jersey. The way all this started is, when I was with my friend who's a professional chef, and he was applying for a job at a restaurant. He had his resume, and he had like 25 to 35 attachments of all the beautiful food that he had cooked. So I looked at him and I said, "Dude, what are you doing? This is so 1990s. Who sends an email with 35 attachments?" So he started laughing and he was like, "Unless the restaurant owner can see what I have cooked, he won't call me in for an interview." And I was like, huh. And then, once I started doing a little more research on that, I found I started doing a little more research on that, and I found like 44% of the millennials were actively posting what they cook on social media. 59% of 25 to 34-year-olds, they love to see recipes on social media rather than cookbooks, and 41% Americans have visited a cooking website. And in spite of this, there was no place where someone could have a dedicated cooking profile. And I was like, huh, let me do something. Let me just build something very simple for my friend. So on one tab, he could have his culinary bio, and on the other tab, he could just have all his recipes. But the rule was that his face has to be seen with all the recipes that he adds, so that he's just not, so that people don't just add stuff from the internet and say that they've made it. It was a very simple application that I had built. And then, what we realized is people were joining our platform left, right, and center. I mean, it started with my friend showing his cooking profile to restaurant owners, and then he started showing it to his friends. His friends started showing it to their friends. And then we started having so many people join the platform left, right, and center. And 90% of the people who were joining were not professional chefs. These were just everyday people who like to, brag about how cool they cook. And then we started getting from 100 to 200 to 300 to 500 to 1000 people joining every day. So as of right now, we have actually the number is a little higher than that. We just had a half a million user party 2 days back. So we have more than half a million users on the platform as of right now, and they're from all over the world. These users have added more than so all the users that we have on our platform, we've got them organically. Like we don't have any ads on Facebook or Instagram or Google. No paid advertisement whatsoever. Usually people make a cooking profile, and then they put it on their Facebook or Instagram. They have like 200, 300 friends, and those friends join. And when they join, they start sharing their cooking profile. So we've spread completely organically with no money spent on ads. Our users have added these numbers are also way higher. Our users have added more than 250,000. 200, it's I don't remember the exact number. I think it's 260 something, but they have added more than a quarter million recipes on the platform. We have more than 7 million page views on the platform, and the average time is 9 minutes. The regular an average recipe site, people spend around 1 to 2 minutes. 2 minutes is almost like the highest point. We were at 8 minutes, almost at 8 minutes. Now we are at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. So the user engagement is tremendous. You can go on the platform when you get a chance and look at how many recipes people have added. We've got a few celebrity chefs on the platform. Now when I say celebrities, for us it's they are celebrities. They have like around 2.5 million followers on YouTube, and then between 1 to 2 million followers on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So these are, and there are many of them who have in the 100,000, in the hundreds of thousands. So all these people have joined our platform on their own. Competition, as of right now, there is no place on the internet where someone can have a dedicated cooking profile. There are tons of recipe sites out there, but the thing with those recipe sites is they have staff chefs who add recipes, and occasionally they have guest chefs who will add recipes. Like, I cannot make my cooking profile on these recipe websites. Facebook and Instagram are really good profiles for people. You can add what you cook over there. But the problem is, if I see one dish that someone has made, I have to go through like almost like half a million of his posts to see what else he's cooked. I'll see pictures of him on vacation. I'll see pictures of him with playing with his dog. Like after scrolling, it gets so difficult for me to see what this person can cook. And LinkedIn, for just pun intended, it's a very bland cooking profile for someone. All you can see is his experiences. You cannot see how he cooks. So cal.com is the only place where you can have a dedicated cooking profile. The team has me, Samir. Prior to this, I had another company. I'm a full stack developer. Prior to this, I had another company which I grew from zero to $16 million in sales. I have my brother Nikhil. We have Kainaz. We have another developer, Amit. He's working part time in the company. We have 18 full time employees in India, and we have two people who manage our events. That they go to different schools and talk cooking schools and talk about Cal. So that's the team. Our advisors, we have Bade Aluko, who's a founder institute mentor in 4 countries. We have Adrian Lowe, who's a renowned psychologist in NBC, ABC, and CBS. We have the dean of the best cooking school in New York City, and then we have the ex-editor of Inc. magazine, the CFO of McCann, ex-CEO of CFO of McCann, and the marketing director of Bloomberg and Forbes. So these are our advisors. We are trying to raise a $1 million seed round, and so far we have raised $110,000. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks so much for presenting. Let's just start with things that I like about the presentation. So first of all, you've got great energy. Your introduction is like a dream introduction. What I love seeing from people is a little bit of background, how you learned about this industry. So just building this thing for your friend, that's a great introduction. Everything you did at the beginning was awesome. So if you guys are out there, the beginning to this was literally superb. Your energy was great. Your traction is incredible. I think I'm going to help you get to those traction elements. I think we're missing quite a few things, kind of like how I alluded at the beginning. We're just missing some things, and that's okay. We can fix all that. And I've got to commend you on this ask slide, finishing it off with an ask slide. We can make this a little bit better as well, but this is what I want to see from people because, again, we're chit-chatting. Imagine I was asking you other questions about the business. This slide stays up the longest. So great job. You've got a lot of the elements here. Okay. So now let's get into some feedback. Okay. And what's cool now is actually I can control this. So we just learned this earlier, which is exciting. Okay. So let's go from the beginning. Great introductory slide. This is beautiful. Your visuals are great. So don't worry about that. This is a great introduction. I love how you kind of frame the problem here and say, look, despite all of these things, even my friend had this issue. There's really no dedicated cooking community sites based off of whatever this is. What I want to know now is like there aren't any, and because you need to tell me what's missing. Like they don't Instagram or whatever. I need to know like the problems that you're trying to solve with your solution, right? So yeah, there's no dedicating cooking profile. You hear what I'm saying? That's like I don't know what we're about to see, and so you didn't show me anything either. So I don't even know what the solution looks like. I also don't I could see a profile, but I don't know what I'm missing. Does that make sense? So you mentioned your buddy, he's got 35 slides or whatever of cooking things. It's like there's no profile that does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. A picture of the actual product. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So go from this. So no chef profile that has these 8 features, which all chefs really just want, right? Therefore, we built it. And here's what our solution looks like. Right? So here's how we did the food. Here's how we did this thing. Here's how we did this thing, right? That's just completely missing, which is fine. You can fix that. That's really easy to fix. Okay.
Yeah.
The next thing that's missing here is how do you make money?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
That is missing. Yeah.
Yep. So I would, and this is the order I would go in. bring in the solution. Remember those key bullet points. The next thing right after that, I would say, and here's how we make money. It's a subscription, $10 a month, whatever the story is, doesn't matter. Then what I want you to do right after that is I want you to build out a very like your projection slides. Okay. And how you're going to make money. So let's assume it's $10 per month. And then one of the beautiful things I like to see is a kind of like a table underneath that explains the chart, right? So you're going to say, we got, 100,000 users, 500,000 users, this thing. And then we convert roughly 2% of those, just put a little table underneath that explains that financial projections chart.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, right. The financial
Make sense?
projections. That actually is
Okay. Now, you can get into the market of these chefs. I don't know if it really matters per se. Usually people want to see a market slide, I'll be honest. But you're like, there's 90 billion, everybody cooks. Like, I don't know. Maybe you could get with a number of chefs that want a profile. Think about that from a market perspective, because you're going to say, these are the people that could potentially buy our product. And so again, just think about that on how that would look. We'd have to do another session just looking at that, but
absolutely, yeah. That is right. Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
yep. So then what I want to see is a really clean, based off of whatever the solution you came up with, a really clean competitive chart. So compare it to Instagram, LinkedIn, like you did. There's some other tools out there in this space, like any of the recipe sites, like pick the big ones, and say, look, they don't have like a chef portal. They don't have a, like pull out those those straight up competitors. And again, pull that out. And then honestly, I would pretty much leave your traction slides the way that they are. So like, let's go through like these slides. So you're like, so here's like an exclusive cooking community. Then you're going to show me a bunch of the slides on what the product looks like. And then here you're like, and now let me tell you what we've done. So we bootstrapped this. It was not really a business. And look, it's exploding, and then all through organic. This is a great chart. Here's some of the data points. You could clean up this a little bit. You don't need the exact numbers here. It does look impressive, but you could put like 250,000 plus. You could put like 7 million plus, and then you could put like over 9 minutes here. Just so that, this looks good. If you want to leave it that way, that's totally fine. It does either way. This is kind of a fun one. This is just really you bragging, and it's totally worth bragging. These are great numbers.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So your traction was awesome. Okay. I love this as well. This is great. Here's your competition slide. Oh yeah. So move this up. Move this before traction. So keep all the numbers and mark it together. Usually, so this is actually pretty good. I would clean this up visually only because, like, look at how good these slides look.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have this one that looks not as good.
Yes.
I love this little emoji though for LinkedIn. That's hilarious. So that's funny. Okay. So that's your traction. Now what we need to do is the milestones. What are you doing moving forward? You're going to raise $1 million. What do you want to do with this money? That slide's missing as well. Okay.
That's the last slide though, right? In the last slide.
This is the use of funds. This is what it's kind of like you're going to say that twice.
Okay.
So you're going to say, here's what we've done with money. This is what we're going to do. And let me show you the team that's going to make that happen. Right? That flows really nicely together. So this looked good. I would work on this one. I was a little bit confused at how the call team, event marketing team is happening over here. I don't understand all that. So
they go to cooking schools and then they talk about a CAL, like a cooking school will have cooking students, and the cooking students would join the platform because they want a cooking profile.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, I didn't understand that. I thought they were doing something completely different.
No. They go to cooking schools and then they talk about CAL.
Okay, perfect. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is great. This is good. I love the brevity that you went through your advisors. A lot of people will spend a lot of time here, and you didn't do that. So great job there as well. And these are pretty big hitters. I would also mark on here, because you kind of messed it up a little bit too, if they're an X, like X editor in chief,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, just so that you don't mess up. Because, and again, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're an ex CFO. They were a CFO. That's a big deal. Okay. Okay. So team. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now what I want you to do here for your final slide is remind me what you're like. You have the call here. Remind me what it is. Put a little 1-sentence thing here, or even down here below your one somewhere that says, we are a cooking profile for chefs, right? Because if I looked at this slide, I wouldn't know if this was the only thing I looked at, right? The other thing that's missing from this slide is the terms of this raise. So safe agreement, what maybe the valuation is. And then the other thing that's missing from this slide is, so you have the use of funds here. It's my slider thing's in the way. Day-to-day expenses. Okay, so use better words here. So technology would be development, marketing and sales, and then instead of day-to-day, do operations.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Just it's using the terminology, right? So remind us what the company does, the terms of this raise. Oh, the other thing that you want to put here is how much that you've closed. So this 110,000 that you've already raised, you want to put this on this slide as well. So basically, if I were to pitch it to you, be like, hey, thank you guys for listening. This is call. We're raising $1 million. We've already at 5% or $5 million post money or whatever. We've already raised 110,000, and then we're going to spend half the money on development, and then the other half basically on marketing, running the business. And that's kind of how you would end this slide. Any questions? Because honestly, what you have here is so good. Now we're just missing those things, but I don't know if you read my book or whatever, but this is like
that is it. I'm really enticed to read it now. I mean, it looks like you have a lot of insights into pitching process. So, and the advice that you gave me is it's all it's really good, like pearls of wisdom. So thank you so much for that advice that you gave me. I will definitely make those changes that you told me to do. And I'll just in fact, I'll talk to my team and I'll discuss. I have those points written down over here.
Okay.
So I'll discuss that with my team, and then thank you so much. I mean, this is really nice that you have these meetings to help startup founders to make their pitch better. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Samir, let's stay connected. Please share me the next version. I love this stuff. And then just to put it out there, guys, if you need help, we do this for free. This doesn't cost anything. I love doing it. Check out the book. It's so cheap. And it just goes through all the things that you should know about pitching. It's more of a reference book. And I do love it, but it's awesome. And again, Samir, honestly, this is probably one of the best pitches I've seen, other than you just missing a few things.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a real pleasure talking to you.
Okay. Well, let's talk soon, okay?
Take care. Yeah. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Bye now.